Okay, so am I audible to you? Am I audible? Just let me know whether I'm audible or not. There was some malfunctioning, so we got little late here, and just let me know whether I'm audible or not. Just give me yes or no there. You have to tell me whether I'm audible or not. That's it. Yeah, so I'm audible. So let's proceed ahead. So I'm extremely sorry we got a little late here, and because of some malfunctioning here in our system. So let's start. Let me tell you what the session is all about today. What we are going to do. This session is about opportunities in foreign universities, and we are calling it hidden universities. Couple of years back we started telling the same thing about Indian universities also hidden courses. I mean, in India, everybody knows IITs are very good institutes, so they are not hidden. But yes, some courses in IITs are hidden. So I remember when we talked about some courses in IIT Bombay, which people were not applying earlier, and placements were very good. We started telling it, and students started getting benefited. Similarly, in foreign universities also, when we start applying for foreign universities, then what happens is like students tend to apply only in couple of universities. They are more focused only in couple of universities, top 10 universities, top 20 universities. They refer some kind of QS rankings and all. So that I think is not a objective. When we want to go abroad, there are a couple of things what we want there. Number one, we want that fee should be less. Obviously we don't want to spend money. Second, we want is like if we can get the scholarship. Third, we want that after we graduate from there, once we complete the course, we get the opportunities. And if we get all these things, and in particular course, in particular university, if we get all these things and students are not aware about that, those universities, those courses, we are calling the hidden. Now, of my criteria to call these universities hidden is uh, the universities where YourPedia students are going. They are getting good scholarship, they are getting opportunities, and they are intimating us that okay, this is a very good university and opportunities are good. Student once come here, उसका खर्चा नहीं लगेगा, he is not to spend the money, and at the same time उसको career opportunity अच्छा मिलेगा. Those universities we are only targeting and are calling the hidden university. So if you ask me, sir, what is your criteria to call some university hidden? Not that QS ranking mein something is very low and that I'm saying hidden, that you don't know this university, and that is the reason we are calling it. The hidden university simply means that opportunities are good, scholarship will be huge, scholarship will be good, you need not to spend money from your pocket, and if you apply in those universities, then the probability of selection is very high, and you get the same career opportunities which you get from the universities which are more known. So that is the criteria, that is what we are going to discuss. Now, before that, before I tell you about these universities, before that, I will tell you about the last deadlines, what deadlines of the universities are coming. And today, with me in this session, I have with me in the today's session some mentors from different countries. I mean, they are in different parts of the globe. You already know Rahul is in US, and Ankit is in Canada. So Kapil is in UK, and Sanem is in Norway. So they are all joined with us today, and they will be answering your queries. So I'll be discussing about the hidden universities of these couple of countries, like what are the universities in Canada, what are universities in US, what are the universities in Norway, and what universities are there in UK, which we can target. And since we are talking about these countries, so the mentors in these countries will be there, and they will be answering your queries. If you have some queries, they will be answering that. So let's proceed forward now. And first, I will be telling you about the deadlines of some of the universities, the deadlines which are approaching, and you should apply. I told you that deadlines of some universities are approaching in December and January and February. So I'll be covering which universities, like now it is September ending. So practically, if you have to prepare for TOEFL, IELTS, or GRE, it is going to take you some time. So I am giving you the deadlines not of September, October. I'm going to give you deadlines of November, December, and all. October, I'm intentionally not putting it here. So if you see some of the deadlines which are coming in November, So these are the deadlines of universities. So you should know that some many universities in US, their deadlines are 1st November. Later on, you can stop this particular page and you can start seeing where the deadlines are. So these are the universities for which the deadlines are approaching. And I tell you, many students do not apply in these months. So earlier the deadlines, better it is for those who want to compete, like October, November, the probability is high. As the deadlines keep on going towards December, January, Feb, so competition keeps on increasing. So if you really want to compete and get admission easily, apply in those universities where deadlines are approaching. So what you should be prepared also for that. So these are the universities where deadlines are approaching. Then in December also, universities where deadlines are approaching, these are the universities for which deadlines are approaching. I'm giving here universities which are in US and universities in Canada. So that is the universities we are talking about here. uh, some deadlines universities in December, these are also some of the universities for which the deadlines are in December. As I told you, you can stop later on and you can see all these universities. So if you're planning to apply in these universities, you should be aware where the deadlines are approaching. So in January, the universities which we should target where deadlines are approaching, these are the universities, and many of the universities are there where you should apply. And you can have one-to-one session with the mentors. You can discuss with the mentors, and they will further tell you what are the criteria where you should apply, in which direction you should go. Universities with deadlines in January, these are more universities. You can see these universities. So yes, with some kind of courses also. So December, January, majority of universities will be having their deadlines in these 2 months. So those of you who are planning, they should target it early. Universities with deadlines in Feb, so these are the universities. You can later on check these universities. University of Tennessee, so Florida, San Jose State University, Texas State Universities, all these are having deadlines in Feb. Similarly, deadlines in March. So just take this list and start applying in those universities which you want to apply. But yes, you should see very carefully where you should apply. And as I told you, there are some hidden universities where you must target and you must apply. Universities with the deadline in April. So these are the universities which have their deadlines in April. Some of the universities are really good. Recently, couple of our students got admission in these universities, direct PhD admissions. I will discuss about that now. Okay, so now these universities which I showed you are the universities which are having their deadlines. Our today my this session is not about deadlines of the universities, but please watch it. Those of you who are targeting for coming season for admissions, they should see which universities are having their deadlines in November. October, I don't think you people have prepared now. So October also universities have deadlines. But those of you who start preparing now, they can target from November, December, January, Feb, March, April, May. So deadlines are there. But more you delay, like the opportunities to get scholarship and probability to get admission keeps on decreasing. So if you apply early, the probability to get admission is more. So see this all and you can apply accordingly. Now my this today's session is about those universities which students tend to ignore, because when you tend to apply, when you think of applying abroad, you think that we should apply in top universities which are high in QS ranking. See, I have told you many times, QS ranking is not something which you should bother about. Why? Because for Indian students, for us, I mean, criteria is like we should get scholarship there. We should, get opportunities once we graduate from there, and we should spend less money in those universities. And probability of getting admission should be high in those universities. So if I say, okay, this is the universities where probability of your getting admission is high, even if your scores are less, GRE score is less, your credentials are less, you will get the admission. The way we say in India that if even if your gate score is less, you will get admission here. Second is, okay, you will get scholarship for sure there. Scholarship will be good, and maybe you don't need to spend money from your pocket, and you get admission in those. And that is a direct PhD option, which we always say that option is there. Some universities prefer that. Some universities want more students for direct admission, professors prefer that. So those kind of things are basically included in the hidden university stuff. So what those universities are and how you have to apply that, mentors will obviously conduct the free session with you. Those of you who are interested to go and explore these options, they can always fill the form which is attached here in the video, Google form, and mentors will guide you further for all these universities. Some of you, some of the universities I'll be discussing here, rest you can discuss with the mentor and they will guide you thoroughly for that. Now one more thing which YourPedia is pushing hard for students and for the benefit of students, you can really save a lot of money of your parents, I tell you that honestly. Why? Because direct PhD is something which in US people, professors prefer. Professors go for direct PhD. They want to take students under their guidance for direct PhD. Immediately after BTech you can apply. Now that concept is there in India, it is coming up in India. After BTech you can get into direct PhD also, but there is a difference between direct PhD concept in India and abroad. I tell you the difference. Number one, if you go for direct PhD in India, then after PhD you keep on asking, sir, what are the opportunities and what are the options for us? So that is one thing you need to see. Scholarship is less, 30,000, 35,000 scholarship you get. Abroad mein scholarship is sufficient enough. The moment after BTech you join direct PhD abroad, then you start saving a minimum $1,000 or equivalent you start saving. And in PhD people are saving that. Mentors will tell you they are saving that. So what if I tell you that from the very first day in PhD you start earning that much of money? Now the second question student ask is, sir, but I'm not interested for PhD. I want to go MS and get into the job. Now that is the best part. If you join direct PhD, but in between you lose the interest, or if you want to get into the job market, or if you want to explore a job in US, if you get the job you can convert that particular thing into MS, or you can take a break, you can get into the job and come back. So don't you think instead of spending 30, 40, 50 lakh rupees, it is better to earn 80,000 per month and get into some course which is a direct PhD course? But one thing should be known for that is, which universities will give me that direct PhD and what are the criteria to get that into direct PhD courses. And I told you that earlier also, that one of the best way to do that is mailing the professor, collaborating with the professor, catching such particular opportunities and going there. Now mentors of YourPedia obviously are going to tell you in detail about how it is to be done. And every month our some students are getting admission, direct PhD admissions in these universities, and that is very, very encouraging. And one more thing I want to tell you is, like in India, even today, direct PhD, number of students getting into direct PhD is less compared to MTech to PhD. But in US, we have seen in some departments, in some universities, that number is very high, more than students who are joining after MS. I mean, the students who are joining after BTech or BS into direct PhD is more in some of the universities than masters into PhD. That means these guys prefer for that. Now, let me hurriedly tell you about some of the universities. So, whenever you think of applying in some country, like you think of applying in US, you think of applying in some top universities only. You think of MIT, Stanford, Harvard, or maybe in QS ranking, you stop up to 100 and 200. You don't go beyond that. Normally, you don't go beyond that. You stop up to 100 or 200 and you don't go beyond that, but it is very competitive. These universities are really competitive, and applying in each university is going to cost you 4 5 6,000 rupees will be cost for applying in each university. And if you apply 6 7 universities, top universities, where probability may be less, then you end up losing your money. Instead you should make a strategy in such a way that you apply in those universities where probability is very high and surely you are going to get success. You can try in top universities, 2 to 3 universities you can try, but also to make sure that you are going to get admission in some of the university. Even if your credentials are not good, I want to get a scholarship. Even if my credentials in BTech or credentials in MTech are not good, still I want to try so that I get admission. That is possible, because many times professors are sitting and they want desperately the students, because project is there and he wants somebody to work in that project for, let's say, 4 5 years. So professor has taken a project which is going to last for a couple of years. So he wants that I should get a student from BTech or immediately after BTech, so that he maintains the continuity for a couple of years. And he's desperately looking for that. So if you apply that particular moment, he's going to take you even if your credentials are not good. So that is what we have to do. So I was telling you that some of the hidden universities, and why I'm saying these are hidden, that is purely on the basis of the students of YourPedia have got selected, and many of the students have got selected in direct PhD in these options. The videos of that are linked with this particular video. I think in the links you will find these videos also, interaction videos of with these students. So why I'm saying, Rice University, or why I'm saying this Virginia Tech University, or for that matter, universities of Texas or Dallas. Why I'm saying hidden universities? Not that their rank in QS ranking is low or nobody knows them. People have heard about these names, but people are not applying, and the opportunities are high. And how YourPedia knows that? We made the student apply there, and when they started getting selection, direct PhD selections, or without spending money, they started getting admission into that. You did not spend 40-50 lakh, but you are earning money there. When students started getting that from YourPedia, we are telling you that yes, they are the opportunities, you should explore these opportunities, because there is a culture that they take the students for direct PhD. And if Indian students are going there, some students are taking admission, more can also take admission. So that is what is the criteria for us telling you that these are the universities, they are looking for direct PhDs, please start applying. Some of the universities I mentioned here, and for each of the country which I told you, I'm going to mention some universities, and you will interact with the mentors. Now some university may be good for civil engineers, some for mechanical engineers, some for computer science students. So you need to interact with the mentors to know further that what are the best options for you, where you should apply, so that you convert that into selections. So these are some of the universities which are taking students and offering, providing the good scholarship, and they are not competitive, not that competitive. So even if you apply in these universities, you are going to get something, you are going to get the admission for that. Similarly, if I talk about Canada, then I talk about some universities, top 10 universities. Everybody will talk about, okay, there is a university, Waterloo is there. So we talk about McMaster, we talk about McGill, Toronto, these kind of universities we talk about. But when you go to the next next ladder of the universities, next QS ranking may not be good. When you go to these universities, then the probability of your selection is very high, and these universities are also offering you similar career opportunities. So probability of you getting scholarship is more, probability of you getting jobs is also there. So these are the universities which are not competitive. So sir, tell me, suggest me some university where surely I'm going to get admission. And I tell you one more thing, like YourPedia has always told that if your credentials are very good, obviously you are going to apply in top universities also. But we are talking about those students whose credentials are not very good. I mean, your CGPA may not be very good, your GRE score may not be very good, your research proposal, your research work may not be very good. Can you also get scholarship? Can you also get admission? And the answer is yes. That is what I'm telling you. And that is what we have proved in India also, and we are proving that in abroad also. I told you some universities where students got direct PhD admissions abroad. Now they will start earning money. So their entire expenditure may be 1 or 2 lakh rupees so far. You understand? So that directly they will go it. And on the other hand, there will be student who will be spending 50 lakh or 30 lakh or 40 lakh to do their master's programs only. That is where you can save it. So these are the universities in Canada which you can think of, and probability of your getting admission will be very high there. Similarly, if I talk about the Scandinavian countries, and maybe Sanem is there with us, so you can see when we talk about Scandinavian countries like Finland, Sweden, Norway, they're wonderful countries to stay. And we think of these Stockholm University. We talk about only top universities which are there: Oslo, Stockholm. Only 2-3 names people know. So these are the top universities. If you start applying in this, it may be very competitive for you. But the moment we go to the next range, these universities you may not have heard, and these are the universities which are offering you great opportunities. So if some of you say, okay sir, I want to go and earn good scholarship, and really good scholarship is offered in these universities, and quality of life is also quite good. So I want to go to these universities, I do not have very good credentials, but I want to get a scholarship, suggest me where should I apply. And once I graduate from there, I should get something, I mean, I should get some kind of job or opportunities there. So these are the universities which you can think of. From where we got the list of this? We got the list when we found that yes, positive response is there, students are getting admissions, professors are responding. Maybe professors in these universities, they are looking for students for their projects are there, but students have not heard of the names, and then they are not applying. Even if I ask, can you name IITs in India? everybody will talk about some of the IITs. Okay, Delhi, Bombay, Madras, Guwahati, some names you have heard of. But then there are other IITs also, which you may not have heard, but maybe placement is very good there. Maybe at very less score, you may enter there. You know, Gandhinagar, Jodhpur, Hyderabad, you will get admission there, you will get good placement also there. So, but you have not heard of it. So, lesser credential and you get similar opportunities. That is what we are telling. So if you're looking for really good opportunities, your credentials may not be very good, then universities which you should target, they are the hidden universities. Now think of UK, the kind of universities which you talk about, and these are the 10 universities which you always speak, you know, your Oxford, Cambridge, Imperial College. So these are the universities which are obviously very, very competitive. In entire world, entire globe, you talk about countries like US, there are hundreds of very good universities, you know. So if you talk about globally, then there are so many good universities. IITs do not come even in first 200 QS ranking. So there are so many universities you cannot remember the names. So there are universities which offer you good options, but you never know it, that okay, the options will be good and I should apply there. So these are the universities which you should target. So if I talk about now UK, which are the universities where you can get opportunities, and they are really good universities. So we saw this year in Cranfield University also, many students got in Cranfield University also, and these are very good universities. They are offering the opportunities, you know, to the students, and very good, you know, career opportunities after once you graduate. You can explore these options. So why only top 10? Why not these universities which are offering you equally good opportunity? That is the basically reason. That is the point we should go for it. So I want to tell you, like last month, some students have got direct PhD options in these universities from YourPedia, and their interaction videos are already there, already published. So direct PhD means after graduation, not after masters, but after graduation, they have got admission into these universities with very good scholarship. So if you are also targeting to get into, you know, direct PhD options, or you want to take that route where you want to save money and get into this, I think these are very good. So you should really know the universities, which university you should target, which are the best university for you. You should know that particular route and try to apply there. So that's all as far as the presentation is concerned. Now let me see if we can take some kind of questions and we can answer those questions. I think mentors are already there with me, and they are helping you also. Ankit is there, Rahul is there, so you can shoot your questions and we can discuss on that particular thing now. So let me read now your questions. Yeah, German universities. I'm coming out with the dedicated, you know, session on German universities. There are so many German universities where you can land up, where you can go, and you can join. As I told you that there are certain informations, there are certain things which your PDA mentors are going to share with you once you have one-to-one session with them. And for that, you need to fill the form. Obviously, this is we want that you should you should come to the mentors. They should mentor you also, so you will get that particular information related to your background. So they will be asking you about your backgrounds, and accordingly they will suggest you which universities may be very good for you. uh, yes, so Vishal is saying, why don't you interview the candidates who got selected in uh, direct PhD? So that is already there. You go to the this video, there are link attached. So in my this video, since you have asked question, there are so many videos links attached, and I told you these students have got selected in these universities, direct PhD and all. You can watch their interview and you can listen to how they went there. And that I understand one thing. In fact, couple of years back when we started preaching that you can get into IITs at low score, nobody believed. You just enter low gate, admission at low gate, and you'll find your PDA is preaching that for the last 5 6 years. Nobody believed that time. And last year we said get into IITs without gate, no gate. Low gate is over now. We are talking about no gate. And this year there's an entire list, you know, without gate they are getting MTech in IIT with scholarship. Can you believe that? You will say, no, he's telling lie. This guy is telling lie. You know why I will tell lie? I'm going to the IITs professors, I'm interacting, directors of IITs I'm interacting. Why will I tell lie? I will not do that. So students are getting without gate score, they're getting admission into IITs in MTech with scholarship. And you know, either the videos are published, interviews, or they will be published. You watch it. So I understand that students do not believe So to make you believe, we need to do that. Yes, so we have published that videos. You can watch that. I mean, videos links are attached with my this particular video. You can listen to that and you can see how these people have gone. So I think next question is the scholarship provided by institution for a fixed term? Yes, the term is fixed. In fact, many universities will publish this kind of in Europe. The PhDs are like jobs, so they publish is they only provide you this for particular period, though that is extended, but for particular period only they offer you. Thereafter, you can extend it with the by requesting your professor, and if he recommends that. But need not to extend it beyond a limit. You get good opportunities and you can go there, so that is not required. Okay, so the next is question is, what are the chances of scholarship and how much percent? See, scholarship, when I'm saying that scholarship in MS, if you're going for MS, we talk about what percentage you are going to get it. Certainly in MS you get up to 1% of the scholarship. But when we talk about direct PhD options, then this is not a percentage. This is you get a full scholarship, because PhD is fully funded program. That is what I was telling you, indirect route. But yes, in MS you get the scholarship, and the percentage of that varies from university to university, how much scholarship you are going to get it. But understand one thing, that when you are going for MS, you understand one thing, you are going to spend money for that. Taking loan and going for MS program is the route. Then you apply in those courses where you get very good jobs, and once you get job, you return the money of the bank and the loan which you have taken. So if you are going for MS, you need to take the loan, because with your money you may not survive, you may not be in position to complete the course. You need to take the loan, and for that obviously YourPedia is going to guide you from where you can take the loan, and which banks, and what is the procedure that our mentors are going to guide you. That can be there, that has to be. Okay, release a separate video for civil engineering students. Okay, when we say, yes, that is a good idea, that I come out with that separate civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, separate videos are released for students who are for particular branch and looking for options. That is a good idea. I will go for that, Dulan. I will see that. KP is saying how much money need for first time land a country. The route which your PDA is suggesting you need to have 1 to 2 lakh rupees in your pocket. That's it. The route which we are suggesting you is, you need not to have more money, but yes, you need to do smart work. You need to listen to what mentors of your PDA are telling you, and if you do that, certainly you will land up there. But you need to listen to this. This is a very big rider. You need to listen to what mentors are telling you. You need to follow that. When we say that you prepare well for this exam, you need to do that. When we say mail the professor, you need to do that. When mentors guide you something, you need to follow that. So there are only two kind of students: who will listen to the mentors and save money, other who will not listen to the mentor and spend money. Now you decide in which category you want to be. You want to save money, lot of money for your parents, and you want to land up there, then start listening to what mentors are guiding you, because mentors will be asking you to put effort. So your money can be saved only if you put effort in India. So if you're going abroad, start putting effort in India, you save your money. But you don't put effort in India, somehow land up in some country, you are going to spend money. So there are only two categories of the students. And unfortunately, as of now, whenever some student thinks of going abroad, he thinks of money first, that I need to spend money. But we are guiding you that money is not required if you follow particular route. And if you need to spend money in any case, then you do smart work, try to take the scholarship, and the loan which you take from the bank, ensure that the moment you graduate, you return that particular loan or that money very quickly. That is how it has to be there. Now, what for mechanical engineers courses? Uh, the current trend is like, there are so many things coming up in mechanical engineering. Like, you talk about additive manufacturing, you talk about supply chain, data science in supply chain management, industrial engineering courses, and designing wala part sare ka sara, computational fluid dynamics. So all these are like upcoming domains in mechanical engineering. Yesterday I was sharing one of the option where professor desperately want student knowing computational fluid dynamics and software related to that, and he's sitting with a scholarship. He will offer that to student who is deserving and who is going to help him in his project. But students should be knowing computational fluid dynamics, and that knowledge should be there. So if you are in that category, if you can do that, then certainly there are scholarships, there are things, and you can go. So computational fluid dynamics, mechatronics, additive manufacturing, this supply chain management, these are some of the very good domains for mechanical engineers to go. I again repeat, mechatronics, if you are interested in designing part and electronic part clubbed together, rapid prototyping, 3D printing, additive manufacturing, you can talk about. You can think of computational fluid dynamics, that particular domain is good. And industrial engineering में supply chain management वाला सारा domain, or this data science, use of data science in your industrial engineering, that particular domain, use of artificial intelligence, machine learning, those things are already there. So all these are latest domain for mechanical engineering, and you can go for these routes. So this was related to your question. uh, there is no criteria, backlog is not a problem. So those of you, I told you, those of you who have very less, who have less credentials, their credentials are not very good, their credentials as per them is not very good, but still they want to land up in those universities. For them, you need to start mailing professors, you need to collaborate, you need to apply. That's how it is to be done. YourPedia may, we are going to mentor those students whose credentials are not very good, but if they listen to the mentors, they keep on applying, then opportunities start popping up, opportunities start coming. And another thing is, we should go the smart way to these universities. We should not waste a lot of time, a lot of money of the parents. That is another logic on which I'm talking about. So, and if you want to land up in some MS course which you like, then obviously loans are available there, you can seek those loans also. Scholarship and how much percent, that we have already discussed. So you, Suryavanshi, is saying scholarship provided by the institute for fixed term. Yeah, that I have answered, I think. And candidate, that also we have done. I think these parts already done. Yeah, so I think if you have any other question, we can discuss. I think already the mentors have already, these answers have already been taken. Okay, for electrical engineers, what are the opportunities available? That is what I'm telling you, that you fill the form and the mentors will get in touch with you for these specific questions, for these specific queries. Mentors will talk to you, mentors will guide you how you have to go and how you have to apply. There are many factors, you have to consider when you apply. If you are MTech, if you're already done MTech, and if you're going for PhD, then your field is almost fixed and you have to find out the professors related to your field. But if you're BTech, then you enjoy the flexibility and you enjoy the luxury to apply in different domains. Then you can apply in different domains. So if you're only BTech and then you want to apply in those universities, then you have the flexibility. For example, if you are going from mechanical engineering to some particular course abroad after BTech, then you have all the flexibility. No, I told you, you can go into computational fluid dynamics, you can go into mechatronics domain, you can go into automation, you can go into supply chain, you can go into optimization domain, you can go into this rapid prototyping, which we call as 3D printing. So all these options are open for you, you can go into that. So that depends upon which domain you want to explore and where your interest lies. So it is, that is the reason I tell every graduate, BTech students, so after BTech, it is the best opportunity for you to go. No doubt, if you do MTech from India, then your domain is fixed. Now, if you say, sir, I've done my MTech in material science, but I'm not having interest in material science, and now I want to shift over to mechatronics, then it is a little difficult for you. But what if you are BTech only in mechanical, you can choose any domain. Only thing you have to do is you have to choose a domain for you and you have to go. So after BTech, sir, I want to go for MS. Yes, you can do that. But even if scholarship is given to you, you are going to spend some money. Even that can be done. You take the loan from the bank, you can go there. But after BTech, if you don't want to spend money, in fact, you want to earn money, then direct PhD option can be there for you. And that is one of the very good option which students are not knowing. And I'm giving you an analogy that couple of years back, we started telling about a direct PhD in India. Students were not knowing it. Now they are using it. Similar to that, in abroad, in foreign countries, direct PhD is already well established, one particular route. Students go there and foreign students go there for direct PhD. And even if you don't want to continue there in PhD, after 2 to 3 years, when you think that your work is good enough to land you up in some particular job, you can convert that. You can convert that into part time. You can, suspend that for some time and come back again, or you can fully take into MS and go away. Those options exist there. So that is a smart way to go. But for exploring that smart way, you need to follow one particular method, and that method is something which is not conventional method. It is not that you wrote a GRE, you wrote TOEFL, you applied and you got into direct PhD. It is not like that. You need to apply, you need to collaborate, you need to mail professors. I don't think that you are aware that when you want to go for abroad, you have to apply, you have to mail 200 300 professors. Student, what they try to do, they start applying in the universities. Application in the university is going to cost you 5 6000 rupees minimum, but mailing the professor is not going to cost you. But mailing the professor, you need to mail many professors, you need to identify it and then mail it. And if when you do that, you start getting the options, and that is a smart way to go. And that is where YourPedia mentors are going to guide you in detail how it is to be done. And that is what the purpose of this entire interaction is. That is what we are going to tell you. Relevant work experience in computer science background and zero publication is not required. Now that is another myth. Many of you think that publications are required. I tell you, these students, and maybe those of you who want to interact with these students who have got direct admission, they can interact with these students. You fill the form which is attached with the video. You fill the form and start, you can interact with these students. One of the mentors, they will bring the students, so the students will come and they can discuss with you, you can talk to them. So there are selected candidates of YourPedia with whom you can interact. And the difference with how where the difference comes is, YourPedia is always trying to provide the route which is for those students who think that they may not get it. That is where we step in. That is where we are different from others. That is what I can tell you. Like you said, publication, we don't have it. I don't think ever we said publication is important to get admission. That is not there. Though if you have publication, there is added advantage, no doubt about that. But is publication required? Is prerequisite? Answer is no. It is not prerequisite. I told you, high GRE score is prerequisite. No. High CGPA is prerequisite. No. So it is the sum total of everything. And I told you, a professor is sitting desperately. He wants a student. And if I tell you, professors in US or top universities in the over the globe, they are not getting students. You will say this fellow is telling lie. If I say professors are not getting students, you will say I'm telling lie. But that is the 100% fact statement. You can talk to any student who is studying abroad. He will tell you that my professor wants some student at particular time and particular moment, because he has a project and he wants somebody to work on that. At that time, he's not bothered about your credentials, about your GRE score or something like that. He wants a student at that time. So if you meet him at that time, if you mail him that time, the probability of her getting selection is very high. So now next question comes, sir, how do we know that professor is sitting and is waiting for that? And that is where YourPedia steps in. That is, you need to understand that. Now I cannot reveal you all the things that how this is how it is to be done. That is not required. But if you follow the steps which mentors of YourPedia will tell you, then yes, you will start getting the options. Meet with the students with the ordinary scores. They have got all these options, and you will also start getting that. Umang is saying opinion on NITI taking admission through GATE or not for session 2. Okay, NITI wala session, Umang, I will conduct NITI session separately, because still it is only, it is not confirmed that NITI Bombay is going to get converted into IIM Bombay. That is still not confirmed. So I will conduct a separate session with this, and maybe I'm getting some more information for this. Once that is there, I will conduct the session for you. Okay, coming from mechanical engineering, it is possible for me to apply for direct in computer science. Yes, that is there. That is there, but you need to convince some professor that yes, your work is really good. That is the best part about foreign universities I like, is like there is a lot of flexibility. There's a lot of flexibility in these top universities. And let me tell you, Praveen, that why you are, Baba Fakhruddin. So let me tell you, Baba, that not computer science only, you can target other departments. There are so many departments. There's a mathematics department also, where you can do the same thing. And from mechanical, why you want to land up in computer science only? You can land up in supply chain management, you can land up in machine learning, data science. So you want, at the end, you want to do something related to computers, right or not? मे बी मशीन लर्निंग, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, डाटा साइंस, उसके लिए तुम्हें कंप्यूटर डिपार्टमेंट में जाने की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. So as mechanical engineer you can land up in some department where you will be working on data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, all these things you can work on, industry 4.0 domains and all, IoTs and all, you can work on that as mechanical engineer. So these are the courses you should target. Let me tell you, there are so many professors in mechanical engineering also who are mentoring and guiding students only on these learning domains which I told you. So you can go for that also. This is easier for you. Okay, Praveen is saying while mailing professor, we need to personalize each email. No, Praveen, mailing the professor is the mentors of YourPedia conduct the dedicated session on this. How to, create, how to get the professors through their, LinkedIn profile, how to get professors through their LinkedIn profile, how to mail professor. Dedicated sessions are conducted by mentors of YourPedia on these things only. I tell you one thing, where our USP is, where the methodology of YourPedia is different from anybody else, or where efficacy is very high, is we are telling you those methods which are very very effective. I don't think any institute is going to tell you that how to interact with some professor through LinkedIn, or how to mail it, what is to be written in the mail, and to whom you should mail, and how should you identify the professor is requiring student. Nobody is going to tell you that. These are the new tricks, these are the new methods. You should use it, you should try it. Sometime we are telling you that make PPT in the presentation and you will get selected. Sometime we are telling you mail the professor and professor will respond you. You want only one admission. If we say mail 400 professors, that is not going to cost you anything. It is only going to cost you in terms of your time, and time you should invest, because without putting effort, obviously you are not going to get the best thing. So if you think that I will only drop one mail and that should hit the right person, it is not possible. So you need to mail 300 400 times, right? But it is not going to cost you, and in the process you learn many things, good options start popping up. That is what mentors are going to tell you. So dedicated session, how to mail professor, what is to be written in that dedicated session, how to get connected with the professors through LinkedIn, that is the dedicated session you should attend. No, that is the purpose of my video, is to tell you that you can attend those sessions with the mentors of YourPedia. If you find that okay, effective, they are not they are free sessions. Mentors of YourPedia are conducting these free sessions, and those mentors are conducting who have tried these things themselves and converted into selections. So you should do that particular thing. From MTech, software engineering, currently IT, cybersecurity, you were mentioning what scholarship. Is it only for direct PhD? No. I mean, if you're MTech, what are you going for? You are also going for PhD, right? If you've already done MTech, you will be applying there for PhD. So I'm telling you that PhD may, direct PhD means BTech to PhD. PhD means MTech to PhD. PhD is always having scholarship. You will surely get scholarship. One thing I want to tell each one of you who are listening to me and who are doing MTech, if you are doing MTech, you have opportunity for PhD abroad, and you can save approximately 80-90,000 rupees per month. So those who are doing MTech from India, any institute, let me tell you, any institute. I'm not talking about IIT, NIT and all. I'm talking about any institute. If you are doing MTech from India, you have opportunity to go abroad, do PhD and earn money. Only thing is you have to follow a route, you have to follow a strategy. And YourPedia has sent many students who are ordinary college students, MTech from very ordinary colleges. They have got PhDs and they are saving that money. They are sending back that much of money to their homes. And when I'm saying that, links are attached with this particular video. You can listen to those students having their profiles, and you will say, yes, this fellow was not having any publication, not very impressive credentials and all. He has got it. I can also get it, something like that. So it is not difficult. Hi, Piali. I think I have interacted with you earlier also. Piali, you should start it now. Uh, how many months are needed as winter admission is coming along with job and internship? So, Piali, your question is not very clear to me. If you're targeting winter admission, you target winter admission in India, because winter admission has also started. I will have a live session of winter admission also. You can go for winter admission in India also. But this session is for those students who want to go abroad, those who are looking for opportunities abroad. This session is for those students. So if you are looking for opportunities abroad, and if you want to go abroad with scholarships, or you want to go there, so that this session is for those students. You can think of that. Okay, now it's one tier process. I don't understand that. No, yeah, see, this particular now process is for the season which will start from August next year. So if you start applying now, you will be joining your course there from August 2023. So this particular program is for those students who are looking forward to join the courses or universities in those countries from 2023 August. So that is what you need to keep in your mind. So if you start putting effort now, because if you are listening to me first time, and suppose you decided that I want to go there, first thing is interact with the mentors. Interact with the mentors who will tell you everything how you have to proceed forward. Like when are you to write GRE, when you have to write TOEFL, GRE, TOEFL, IELTS, everything YourPedia mentors will guide you. That is not a trouble. But you need to have couple of months with you. Like September is ending, October, November. Even if you put effort for next 2 months, then there are so many deadlines which are there in December, in January. You can meet those deadlines and you can apply. Opportunities are there. And once you come to the fold of YourPedia, we keep on mentoring you till you get selected. I'm telling you that the mentors of YourPedia will keep on guiding you, keep on mentoring you till you land up in some universities. So you need to continuously follow what they are saying. We keep on mentoring you, we keep on teaching you for your the exams like GRE and TOEFL and IELTS. We keep on mentoring you for that also till you get selected. That is there, that is what the mentors are going to do. So once you decided, okay, mere ko jana hai abroad, if you have that commitment, if you have that passion, then start your process and surely you will get it. Have the session with YourPedia mentors and they will provide it to you. Decent GRE score is, I'll say 305. 305 प्लस पे स्टूडेंट गए हैं, मतलब 305 एवरेज बोल रहा हूं, अगर कम भी रहेगा 300 प्लस रहेगा तब भी हो जाएगा. 320 प्लस इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर एमएस डायरेक्ट और समथिंग वेरी गुड यूनिवर्सिटीज. 300 टू 305 के बीच में भी है, चलेगा आपका. एंड आई थिंक देयर आर लेसर देन 300 score also students have got admissions. And I will tell you, I will make a video dedicated on that also, that what minimum score के साथ admission मिला है direct PhD में. So that also I will make a video on that. Okay, so Surya is saying, is there any industry collaborating with the institution provided? Is it in this case whether the industry will provide funding? I'm not getting your point. Why you want industry to collaborate with the PhD program? Foreign में PhD program, the PhD professor will take you on PhD for some project, and that project is funded by industry. So one of the differences in India and foreign universities is, like PhD work when you do on in those countries, they are normally on the projects which are funded by industry. So professor has some project, professor has taken that project from the industry, and the professor is working on that particular project that is taken from industry. So obviously you are going to get the exposure of the industry also. So professor is taking the project from the industry and you are going to get the exposure of industry, and that is how it works. But in India, that project may not be of the industry, or it may be of the government organization like DST or this government departments and all. So those projects do not give you industry exposure. फॉरेन में जब प्रोफेसर्स करते हैं, जब तुम्हें पीएचडी के लिए स्कॉलरशिप देंगे, that is on the basis of the project they get from the industries only. So that is one of the differences between the two. Yes, GRE is one of the formality, not just a formality, it is one of the formality. 305 to 315 is very good. And yes, that is how that is right. I think Ankit has answered it. So that answer is already given to it. Analytical writing, I think Ankit is going to answer this question to you, how it is there. Souvik is from physics background and I've done my master's project in this. I want to do PhD in quantum information. Does this reject my chances of getting rejected? No, I don't think so, because I think if you can make some kind of linkages, Souvik, if you are in position to make a linkage of your MTech project, your MSc project in condensed matter physics, and if you make that linkages with quantum information, because This research proposal is something which they take it very seriously. So whatever research proposal you write, statement of purpose which you write, the professor take it seriously. When you drop a mail to professor of quantum technology, quantum information, they obviously are going to see why you want to do in this, your masters in this, and why you want to do work in this. They are going to ask you. So if you make some kind of linkage of your master's work with where you want to do PhD, then certainly you will get admission, you will get a linkage. But you need to make a linkages between the two. Now you ask yourself whether some linkage is possible or not. If linkage is not possible, it may become difficult for you. Then you apply in some department where some linkages is possible. Obviously after masters, if you want to land up in PhD, then it is required, they see it that you should have some kind of linkages, and you should have done that. So last 10 minutes now, let me again brief you what we did, what we talked about in and I sum it up how we started it and what was the purpose of this entire interaction. We started this entire interaction with the with the main objective of this entire interaction was to tell you about first I started telling you about the deadlines which are approaching for now coming admission season. What are the deadlines and how it is approaching? That is how we started this all. And then I told you about some deadlines in the month of November. So later on, if you want to see which universities deadline is approaching, you can stop this video. This will be available on YouTube. You can stop that and you can see in November which universities deadline is coming. And similarly, I showed you the deadlines of some universities in December when the deadlines is approaching. So suppose you want to apply in Alabama or in Brooklyn, so you should know when the deadline is of these universities. So these are some more universities where deadlines have been shown. So as you can see, if you start preparing now, then you can practically see those universities where deadline is 15 December or 1st December onwards, because you have October month, you have November month, and in my opinion 2.5 months is required to clear the exams like GRE and this TOEFL, IELTS, and you will have all the things with you, and you start mailing the professors from the day first. So you will start getting the options. Again, the deadlines in January, I told you some deadlines in January which are approaching, that I discussed with you. And these are some more universities in which deadlines are coming. You can see these universities, and if you have decided, and mentors will tell you, okay, apply in this university, probability of your selection or admission is high, because we are talking about the hidden universities. That means those universities where it is easy for you to get admission and scholarship, and the opportunities after that also are good. So these universities deadlines, mentors are going to tell you that in these universities when you should apply. So deadlines in Feb. So if you're targeting for next 2 to 3 months you want to prepare, then these deadlines are in Feb. Similarly, the deadlines in March, these are the universities where you can have deadlines in March and you can think of applying in these universities. And similarly, the deadlines in April month, where the deadlines are, that also you can see. Then I told you that whenever you apply in some country, whenever you are applying in some country, you are only targeting top 10 universities, which are very, very competitive, very high credentials are required, because there is a huge rush. Everybody has heard these names. Everybody wants to apply in MIT or Stanford or something like that. But why don't you apply in those universities where you are getting the opportunities? So from where I'm bringing all these names and these universities, I'm bringing it on the basis of the selection of the students of YourPedia in the direct courses, direct PhD courses, admissions in MS, admission in PhDs. These are the options and the good options. I mean, smart way to go to those countries. Save money, go smart, don't spend much money, start getting scholarships, start earning money. You should go to these countries to earn money, not to give money. So you should start earning from the very first day if you were targeting that way. Top 10 universities in Canada, if you apply, it's going to be competitive, as I told you. So why not those universities which may not be coming very high in QS ranking, but getting admission is easy? Now you will say, sir, what if we get admission, but what if we don't get the career opportunities after that? So we will not give you any list here from where if you graduate you're not going to get the career option. So these lists are prepared by the mentors, and they have prepared it after meticulous analysis of all these. Similarly, Scandinavian countries, and Sanem sir is already there in Norway, and YourPedia is targeting these Scandinavian countries because opportunities are there. Professors want students, and very good scholarship is offered in these Scandinavian countries. Sweden, Norway, Finland. They are very good countries, and you get very good scholarship there. So why we target only top universities there? Why we are not targeting the universities where opportunities are there, and we can get very good universities, very good opportunities there? So these are the universities which we can target. And similarly, I told you in UK also, when we think of UK, we think of only top universities. Why don't we think of those universities where opportunities are very good, and we can get very good opportunities in these universities? And I'm telling you repeatedly that we are telling you about these universities on the basis of our own experience and the experience of our students. So these are also very good universities that way. And then I told you that this month, some students of YourPedia, they've got admission into direct PhD courses, and these are those universities. And we have interacted with these students, and the interaction videos are also provided in the link here. You can watch these interaction videos, and you yourself can see how these students have gone, what route they have taken, and how they have gone there. So now, to end up the session, let me tell you here, purpose of this entire interaction was, when we say hidden university, purpose of this entire interaction was that there are so many students in India who basically underestimate opportunities for them. That is what I should say. They underestimate, they presume the things, they overthink, they think that since I do not have publication, I do not have credentials, I may not clear GRE exam, I may not get very good score in GRE, maybe I need very high GRE score, maybe I will not get scholarship, maybe a lot of money will be spent. So all these assumptions in the mind of students are negative. Let's think positive. Let's think that even if your credentials are not good, you will get admission there. Let's think that GRE is not a difficult exam, you can crack it within 2 months. Let's think that very high GRE score is not required. Let's think that I will not go there spending a lot of money, in fact I will start earning money. Let's think that once I go there and I do graduation, or I complete my course there, I will get very good opportunity and very good job. So this is only thinking which will make the difference. So if you think you cannot do, or if you think you can do, believe me, both ways you are correct. If you think you cannot do, you cannot do. If you think you can do, you will do that. So we here on YourPedia are not telling you hypothetical cases. We are not telling you hypothetical things. We are telling you those things which we have observed, which we have felt, which we have experimented. So the students with very normal score, very ordinary scores, ordinary credentials, they have landed up in top very good universities, top courses, and they are getting really good opportunities there. So if you also want to explore, do the smart work and do not presume the things which are negative. Even if you want to presume, you should presume the positive things. That is very, very important. And in my opinion, if you go that way, it will be very easy. Let me at the end tell you the modus operandi of YourPedia. If you want to have sessions, if you want to interact and know more about these opportunities for you next coming months, I've already told you in my previous live session, next 3-4 months are very, very crucial in entire 12 months. In entire 12 months, next months like October, November, December, these 3 months are very important months, most important months for getting good scholarship, for getting admissions in foreign universities. That is the reason we are conducting live sessions after live session, to tell you that this is the time. You miss this time and competition start increasing. So those of you who are targeting to go abroad, this is the right time when you are to target and when you are to go there. Once you interact with the mentors, for that you need to fill the Google form. Once you interact with the mentors, they are going to tell you in detail how you have to proceed. Then YourPedia mentors are going to guide you at every step, when you have to mail the professor, how you have to mail professor, how you have to get some particular connection or collaboration through LinkedIn or other means, and how many universities you should apply, which courses you should apply, what are the other things, and if any other difficulty you come across, then mentors of YourPedia are going to guide you. And also there's a dedicated WhatsApp group of all the students of YourPedia which are going abroad, exploring the options. every day one or the other student is getting selection. So the moment you are in that particular WhatsApp group and you are seeing that results are coming, and people are getting selections, you will also be motivated, and you will also keep on preparing, and you will keep on getting the opportunities. So I think then we have talked a lot about this particular entire session, and I think I have made up my point clear to all of you. And now you start preparing yourself for these. If you have decided to go, yeah, you start preparing, take the first step and start preparing for this. So I must thank all my mentors here, Rahul, Ankit, Kapil, and Sanyam, who spared their time for guiding the students and answering their queries. I'm thankful to all of you, and I'm thankful to all the students here who, despite of India and Australia match, which is in Hyderabad, I think couple of kilometers from the place where I'm recording. Presently, I'm in Hyderabad in our center, and match is going on a couple of kilometers from here. And despite of malfunctioning, we could not start this entire session for half an hour. So despite of that, you came here and you attended this session. I'm thankful to you. I'll catch you once again. So let's meet soon and let's start applying in these universities. Thank you and all the very best.